This report brought to you by the Richmond Club, where investors and high-growth companies meet.
I'm Galit Solomon for the Richmond Report, coming to you from the Financial District in downtown Toronto. PreveCeutical Medical is a pharmaceutical company that focuses on curative and preventative therapies for a variety of ailments. We sat down with the company's president and CEO to find out what's ahead in 2019. Stephen, welcome to the Richmond Report.
Thank you very much.
Let's begin, before we dive into the details of the company, let's begin with an overview of what it is that you do.
Well, PreveCeutical is a preventive health company. So we're working on preventive therapies to help with different ailments. But on top of that, we also have some curative therapies we're working on as well.
Okay, so when you say preventative, you're hoping to reach people before they start developing certain ailments.
That's correct. So, for example, in our Soul Gel program, we are using cannabinoids. You know how you see people that have seizures and epilepsy, and then they take the oils in their mouth, and then the epilepsy stops? Well, that's treating it after the fact. So we're actually putting a Soul Gel together that has the cannabinoids that will go through the mucosa, and that will actually give the cannabinoids into your system at a low dose all the time to actually help prevent the seizures.
Okay. Tell us about the licensing. Are you licensed across Canada?
We have 4 different programs we're working on.
Okay.
And these 4 programs we're doing are done at the University of Queensland in Australia. And the one is the Soul Gel with cannabinoids. One is a dual gene therapy for diabetes and obesity. And the other one is a painkiller. It's basically a painkiller. It's a natural substance from your body that creates, and it's stronger than any type of opioids, but you cannot create additional tolerance, and you cannot overdose. And the last one we have is a linker technology that we created, a treatment for, we're looking for aggressive cancer in the brain to be able to treat that.
And the capsules themselves, gel caps?
Soul Gel.
Soul Gel.
Soul Gel.
Explain that to me.
So Soul Gel, it's a soluble gel, so it's a liquid form, and when you spray it into the nasal cavities and it hits the top of the mucosa, it gels instantaneously. It'll sit there for 7 days, and as it sits there for 7 days, we can actually time release it for the whole 7 days. So you can only treat yourself once a week rather than have to treat yourself daily.
Isn't that interesting? Because when you look at most forms of therapy out there,
right.
It seems it's a daily dose that you have to take at the very least.
Or multiple times a day.
Right,
you know,
right.
So this is why we created this, that you can dose yourself once a week, and it'll just time release it over that week. So we are using cannabinoids for seizures and epilepsy right now, but there's many other things that we can use that with, for example, like birth control. You can put birth control there and leak it into your system and then do it once a week rather than every day.
Okay. And patented?
We're patenting all of our technology, yes, and there's 2 of these programs are just about to come to the end. We're almost at IND, which means investigative new drug, where those will happen in the next, probably in the next few months. Those 2 will be complete.
Okay. Now, at the Richmond Report, we speak to investors. That is our audience. And of course, investors want to know, well, why is now the time for me to invest in this particular company? What would you say to that?
Well, we have these 4 programs, as I said, and the longest is 4 years, and the shortest was 30 months. And so 2 of them are going to be complete in the next 3 to 4 months. And so that's when we'll have initial new drug status, and that's when the valuation's coming. The other 2 will be completed in the first 6 months of next year. And so between now and the end of the year, when these patents are going to be filed, the valuations come in, and we'll be partnering with Big Pharma to be able to move to the next stages. So this is when the value starts to grow.
Tell us about your team as well.
Dr. Matt Jawatica was with Pfizer for 28 years, and he was one of the creators of Zoloft. We have Dr. Harry Parek of the University of Queensland that's doing all of our technologies, and the University of Queensland also has, they created Gardasil as well, so very, very advanced over there. And then Shabir Rajano, CFO, well, she was the director of the Canada line, that $2 billion line from the airport to downtown for the 2010 Olympic Games, and she came in on budget and under time, so we're really good, aggressive, strong team.
Yeah, it sounds like lots of experience there.
A lot of experience.
And yourself, your experience?
Well, I've been in the capital markets since 1997. And I've helped with many different companies, taking companies public, raising money, and also moving companies through. So I've been around for a while.
Very diverse, it seems.
Yes.
When you look at the team as a whole, which is another reason for investors to consider the stock.
Exactly, absolutely.
Right.
We do have a very strong team that's moving forward, and so we're doing quite happy with where we're going.
Okay, before we wrap up, looking ahead, I mean, we talked about what's coming up at the end of 2019 and started looking at even 2020. So what do we have to look forward to in the next year or so?
And I think you're going to see, well actually I know you're going to see some valuations now come in, because there's these patents and the IP now starts to get the values there. We just started filing these patents. And on top of that, partnering with large pharmaceutical companies, where they'll now take it through to the next step. We're also can fast track. We've got some fast tracks because we're doing some nasal tissue work as well already. So we've actually skipped doing any type of animal testing straight to the nasal tissue, because of the actual products we're using have FDA approved products within them. So we actually have a fast track, so we can actually move it very quickly through.
Okay, exciting times ahead, it seems.
It is.
Stephen, thank you so much for your time.
Thank
I appreciate it.
For
more information, head to www.PreveCeutical.com. And to learn more about the high-growth companies represented by the Richmond Club, head to www.richmondclub.com. Don't forget to also subscribe to our channel to view more videos just like this. For the Richmond Report, I'm Galit Solomon.
If you enjoyed this video, please let us know. You've been watching the Richmond Club Report. If you've just come across this channel, please feel free to like and subscribe. I'm sure you'll find a lot of interesting and lucrative investment and trading ideas around here. We'll see you again soon on the next video. Cheers, guys. Have an amazing and profitable day.